Straight ahead on CCX News, a deadline looms for local Liberians. It's a deadline that immigrant officials say could impact thousands of people. Plus, a Brooklyn Park company named Manufacturer of the Year. How it manages to find workers in a tight labor market. But first, as the snow melts, construction talk heats up. The next big project to impact our area. CCX News starts right now. Hello and thanks for joining us. Another major road construction project will be starting soon in the northwestern suburbs.
And this one will affect drivers in many cities, including Brooklyn Park, and we get more from Eric Nelson.
We're expecting it's going to be very congested and people will be delayed getting back and forth. We do want people to use alternate routes if possible and give themselves plenty of time to get through this area.
US 169 will soon be getting a major makeover in Champlin. Officials say a monster road construction project will improve the highway in many ways.
A little bit of pain, a lot of gain. You're going to have two brand new bridges here, much safer curve north of the Elm Creek bridges.
169 will also be resurfaced. But there will be a hassle factor. Commuting on this major north-south highway could be reduced to a crawl.
This summer, people are going to be single lane in each direction, basically between the Mississippi River and Highway 610.
The project begins April 2nd and runs through August 20th and will impact many cities and 2 counties.
Most of the work is in Champlin. It does touch Brooklyn Park, so it will affect them too, going back north, and Anoka and Ramsey and anybody that comes down through here.
The Anoka-Champlin Bridge is part of US 169. And the span will be busier than usual, carrying traffic across the Mississippi River.
The issue up here is there aren't that many river crossings in the area, and Highway 169 carries a large volume of traffic. 5
intersections will be closed twice throughout the project, and signal timing could be adjusted if gridlock becomes a serious issue.
We've done a lot of public engagement, a lot of outreach to the community and the business community.
If you have any questions about this road construction project, there will be an open house on Wednesday, March 21st from 4 to 7 p.m. right here at the Champlin Ice Forum. I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
Well, Crystal police are asking for the public's help in locating a missing vulnerable adult. 49-year-old James Hollum was visiting the city of Crystal with his caregivers. He was last seen in the area of 32nd and Nevada Avenues. Hollum is 5 feet 9 inches and 215 pounds. He was wearing black sweatpants, a gray t-shirt, a brown leather coat, and a baseball cap. If you see him, you can contact Hennepin County Dispatch or call Crystal Police.
The reward money continues to grow for tips leading to the person whoever killed a dog in a Plymouth family's backyard. Last week, someone shot and killed a Springer Spaniel named Porter. The dog died about 20 minutes later. The Dockin family told us they've been touched by the donations and community support they've received since news got out about their dog. Donations for a reward now total more than $7,000.
A former teacher in the Osseo School District is accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a student in a case that allegedly occurred 17 years ago. Kelly Schuster is charged with third-degree criminal sexual conduct. According to the school district, Schuster worked as an English as a second language teacher at Northview Middle School in the early 2000s. She would have been 31 and the student 15 at the time of the allegations. The case came up now when a Hennepin County probation officer was checking on a client who revealed alleged sexual encounters with Schuster at school and at her former Golden Valley home. The teacher denies the allegation, saying an intimate relationship with the alleged victim began years after the student was out of school.
A local senator hopes to break the partisan gridlock on gun legislation at the state capitol. Republican Senator Paul Anderson of Plymouth is joining 2 DFL lawmakers and another Republican in proposing 2 new gun bills. One would require universal background checks, including in private sales. Those sales would have to take place in front of a licensed firearm dealer after a background check for things like criminal convictions, orders of protection, and also drug addiction. A second bill requires gun owners to report lost or stolen guns to prevent straw buyers from buying a gun for someone else and then saying they lost it. Many Liberians in the Northwest Metro are worried that a policy allowing them to stay in this country will soon end.
It's known as Deferred Enforced Departure, first approved by President George W. Bush and extended several times since. Now Liberians face a March 31st deadline. Reporter Sonia Goins has more.
Mike and Alex, there are many Liberian businesses along this Zane corridor. Many of them say the whole economy will be greatly impacted if there is not a deal made on the deferred enforced departure.
What's up, Pa?
The flavors of Liberia fill the air here at the African International Market and Grill.
We do the cassava leaf, the pepper soup, meat pie.
The takeout restaurant opened about 10 months ago and is fastly gaining in popularity.
Mostly Liberian working back here. Enjoy your meal.
While Akina Blade and her co-workers prepare and cook dishes from their homeland,
We have cassava leaf, you know that, right? Ready to go.
they are worried about their family and friends who might have to leave if there's no agreement on the immigration policy.
Them having to go back home is devastating. You come here for a dream, you come here for a purpose, you know, to find a better life.
And for many who work here, the issue hits close to home.
This business within itself is impacted. We have a lot of Africans that work here that take care of their family.
No deal can have an effect, not just for this business, but the local economy as well.
It's just not one person that's impacted. It's a community, it's places like this business. When people are not working, they can't come and purchase things.
Meanwhile, community leaders say they will continue to fight for a deal right up to the March 31st deadline.
These are human beings. These are people that have communities depending on them.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Some Liberians from the area are in Washington, D.C. lobbying congressional leaders this week, and they're hoping to get enough support to convince President Trump to extend the program.
In a legislative district that has tilted towards the DFL side, a former Golden Valley lawmaker may get his old seat back. On Sunday, DFL delegates in House District 46A endorsed Ryan Winkler for the seat. He was challenged for the DFL nomination by Brittany Edwards, who says she will support Winkler. The seat is currently held by Peggy Flanagan, but she's leaving that seat to be on a ticket with Congressman Tim Walz, who is running for governor. The city of Plymouth will be rolling out the red carpet to welcome home 2 Olympic gold medalists.
On Saturday, March 17th, you are invited to join the mayor in welcoming home Team USA members Danny Cameronese and Kelly Panic, who are part of Team USA that won the gold medal in women's hockey at the Winter Games in South Korea. A welcome home reception is planned from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Plymouth Ice Center. Cameronese played at the Blake School and the University of Minnesota. Panic played at Benilde St. Margaret's and is a senior at the U. Still ahead, how a Brooklyn Park manufacturer has managed to find workers in a tight labor market.
And plus, it's a fantastic finish as Breck and Maranatha go head-to-head in the boys basketball playoffs.
But first, coming soon, a whiff of spring. On Tuesday, bright sun and temperatures in the 30s. A Brooklyn Park manufacturing company is celebrating a big honor.
Design Ready Controls was recently named Manufacturer of the Year by the Manufacturers Alliance. And in this week's Business Matters report, one of the things that stands out about this company is its ability to recruit and develop talent in a tight labor market. At Design Ready Controls, the manufacturing floor includes a wall of information for employees designed to create engagement and collaboration.
An employee can come over here and recognize another employee by writing something on the wall. It's where we do recognition for birthdays and different fun events that we're doing.
Chrissy Peliquin had no idea 5 years ago manufacturing would become her dream job after looking for a career change from years at Target.
I have a degree in psychology, so I knew that would be functional to any industry. So I came across this job. It's been the best decision I've ever made.
Chrissy started in customer service. In 4 years' time, she's worked her way up to director of operations at this growing company that makes electrical control panels primarily for the heating and cooling industry.
It's innovative. Something that you roll out a new process in the morning, it may change by that afternoon.
Historically, women are underrepresented in manufacturing. In 2016, just under a third of the industry's workforce was women.
We've really had to develop our training program So we can get people coming in without that manufacturing experience, and we can train them in-house.
Amid a tight labor market, Design Ready Controls has 20 open positions. The company is looking to men and women of different backgrounds and ages.
What we're really looking for is somebody that wants to come in and wants to learn. They want a job. They want to be here every day.
If you have the drive and passion, anyone can do it. Anyone can work in this industry.
Next month, Chrissy Peliquin will be recognized in Washington, D.C., one of more than 100 women honored for their contributions. It's a big step for someone who had no idea 5 years ago manufacturing would become her career.
You do not have to have that background in a technical degree or be an engineer by any means.
Design Ready Controls is also part of a state pipeline program that pays for the full cost of a degree for its employees. Still ahead, a way to tone your muscles and fight hunger at the same time.
But first, a first for the Heritage Christian Academy girls basketball team. John Jacobson has the details on their trip to state.
Hi, John Jacobson with sports. After Maple Grove, Hopkins, and Cooper all qualified for the state girls basketball tournament, two smaller school teams from the area took their shots. Heritage Christian facing Mare Lutheran for the Section 4A title. Haley Scott leads the break for Heritage and finishes as the Eagles start fast. Annika Simonson passes to Jordan Allen, and she scores for an 18-6 Heritage lead. Lauren Robbins hits from long range for the Eagles, and they are up by 20 in the first half. But Mare Lutheran chips away. Olivia Jernagle gets into the lane, and she cuts the lead down to 6. Second half, Scott shakes a defender, nails a 3. The junior scores 27 points in the game. The Eagles work it inside for Allen, and she scores for a 47-33 lead. Mare Lutheran comes back again. Maddie Huckey hits a tough shot, cutting the Heritage lead down to 8. But the Eagles answer every charge. Simonson with a steal, dishes off to Scott, who drives and scores. Heritage wins 71-58 for the school's first ever section title in girls basketball. Heritage meets top-seeded Lyle Pacelli in the state Class A quarterfinals. That game is at 11 a.m. Thursday at Williams Arena. Maranatha Christian Academy moved up to Class 2A this season and looked to extend their streak of section championships, and they faced Holy Family for the Section 5AA title. Maranatha fans in all shapes and sizes on hands at St. Cloud for this one. Holy Family's Leah Steiner, nice drive, finish for the Fire. She leads all players in the game with 20 points. Kylie Poe steps in for a steal for the Mustangs. He'll take it all the way for the basket plus a foul. Senior had a big night, scoring 18 points. Brianna Smested from just inside the free throw line turns around and hits the jumper, and MCA leads it by 1 at halftime. Fire head coach Ellen Thompson sees her daughter Shay Thompson pop in a 3 early in the second half. That ties the game up. But the Mustangs surge ahead after that. Kayla Jo Davis drives, shot off the glass and down for 2. Kay Barth Lofton tries for a 3 here. The ball comes to Jacqueline Jarnot, who follows her own miss to score. Maranatha wins it 65-55, and they take the Section 5AA championship. The Mustangs are the number 2 seed for the 2A tournament. They'll face Mesabi East in the quarterfinals Wednesday at 6 p.m. at Williams Arena. Now to boys basketball. In Class 2A, the Brooklyn Center boys have been a top 10 team pretty much all season. The Centaurs are the number 2 seed in Section 5AA. Brooklyn Center taking on Southwest Christian in the section quarterfinals. Adrian Sprinkles has rooms on the left wing to shoot a 3. Junior hits back-to-back 3s for BC, put them up for good at 8-6. Missed shot there by Sprinkles. Roland Rusto with the offensive rebound and putback. Lakai Patterson distributes the pass to Amon Decker, who misses on his first try, but he sticks with it, gets his own shot back in for 2 of his 15 points. BC up by 15. Malik Harut in rhythm there as he hits a 3. Centaurs lead by 17 at halftime. Second half, it's Sprinkles with a wide open look for a 3. 24 points in the game for him. And then he'll drive and pass out to Patterson, and he'll hit a 3-pointer. Brooklyn Center wins this one big, 84-65. They advance on to the semifinals. Also in Section 5AA, Breck meet Maranatha Christian Academy in a battle of Mustangs. Josh Roddy with an early 3 for Breck. MCA's Bijan Newburn drives, follows his own shot, tipping it in there. Game is tied up. David Roddy, a tough player to keep off the boards. The 6'6" Breck Jr. with an offensive rebound and put back here. Breck leads by 2. Clarence Daniels from Maranatha knocks down a 14-footer. This game stays close throughout. MCA leads it by 1 at halftime. Second half, and they extend their lead. Hakim Daniels rebounds his own miss to score and put Maranatha up by 5. Newburn with a steal and breakaway dunk. Maranatha leads by 3 with 2 minutes to go. But Breck ties it with a score at 69 all, under 10 seconds to go. It's David Roddy driving. Nice dish off to an open Eric McDavid for 2. Breck's up by 2. Roddy gets back on defense. He'll block the shot here, and then the half-court try. Just short. Breck wins a thriller over Maranatha, 71-68 to stay alive in the playoffs. That sets up the semifinals Wednesday. Breck meets top-seeded Minneapolis North at 6 o'clock. Brooklyn Center plays Rockford at 7:30. Those games are at St. Michael Albertville High School. The section final is Friday at St. Cloud State. A lot of exciting stuff going on in basketball. Alex and Mike, back to you.
Wow, that was close. All right,
Great
thanks,
games.
John. Up next, food for fitness.
A workout to support a good cause when we come back.
Volunteers will be shaking it to end hunger this Friday at a local food shelf.
Curves in Brooklyn Center is working with SEEP to put on what they call a Zumba-Thon Fundraiser. March Food Share Month is important for food shelves, of course, like SEEP, because donations of dollars and food are matched by the Minneapolis Council of Churches. It will be an hour and a half of an energetic cardio workout.
It's all about taking care of everybody, and we do it here through exercise and there through nutritious food.
It fits well within our goals of being a place of health and wellness, and this is a place for people to connect into community. It's a really easy entry into a way to support your community and have some fun while doing it, because shaking it for the food shelf is a fun thing, right?
The event starts at 6 p.m. on Friday at SEEP on Brooklyn Boulevard. You can sign up now for $15 or $20 at the door. Non-perishable food items are welcome. And that is all the news for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
And we'll see you back here again Tuesday, starting at 4.